Hi everyone, it's Rax. You might be shocked to see me making a video not about Diablo, but I actually love and blast all different kinds of games in my free time. I get sponsorship requests all the time, and I decline 99% of them, because usually they're promoting things that both you and I will never be interested in. This time it's different, because this time Bethesda reached out to me, which was something I was obviously very excited about. And I'd like to thank them for sponsoring this video. Sure you guys know who Bethesda is, but in case you don't, they make Skyrim, they make Doom Eternal, and Fallout 4, and Quake, and a bunch of other stuff. And they're also making the upcoming game that everyone has their eyes on, Starfield. So needless to say, they're a mega studio with an insanely strong track record, and I've loved their game since I was a kid. So today we're going to be looking at a brand new chapter that they just released for Elder Scrolls Online Necrom update. Let me quickly tell you about what they've released. Then we can look at some gameplay since they allowed me to play through their new stuff. So first you're probably wondering, well, what platforms is it on? Well, it's on pretty much everything. It's on PC, Mac, Xbox, PlayStation, and now the Epic Games Store. It's a standalone adventure, so any player, new or current, can just jump in immediately and play. I hadn't played in a while, so I just jumped in and felt like home. There is a brand new class, the Arcanist, which has a limited time reward bundle. If you play it right now to level 10, you get some unique rewards on your account. There's new quests, there's new worlds to explore. They have the Telvanni Peninsula, which is the one that I played through when I jumped in. It's a new part of Morrowind. And the Hermaeus Mora's Realm of Apocrypha, which you might remember from Skyrim's Dragonborn DLC. You can play the game completely solo, or you can try one of their new 12-player group events called Trials. I'll tell you a funny story. So when I zoned in, I walked straight to one of those trials, and it gave me a huge warning. Normally, you need a 12-person group to enter this content. Are you sure you'd like to go in solo? And I said, oh yeah, let me in. I'll have no problem. I was super confident in it. Well, I walked in and I died in about 3 seconds. So yeah, you either need to make sure you're either really powerful or just get some buddies before trying that one. They weren't kidding. And one final thing, remember how we were talking about how it was just released on the Epic Games Store? To celebrate that, you can actually claim the standard edition of Elder Scrolls Online for free. So nothing beats a free game, and this one's a godly one to get for free. Anyway, let me tell you about how my playthrough went and what stood out to me about this game. So the first thing that I noticed entering the Telvanni Peninsula is the designers must have spent a lot of time designing the actual world. I remember they were talking about how beautiful the new zones were going to be at a convention a few months ago. I'm pretty sure that video is on YouTube. But it was actually even beyond what I had expected. It's like this gorgeous, polished, alien sci-fi world with like mushrooms and fungus growing everywhere. But it was very, very fantasy-like. It was amazing. I was just roaming around and ignoring all the quests and just kind of exploring. And I found it very easy to navigate just by staring at my screen with the objectives that they have on top. Do you see that little bar, that little compass that slides around? Whenever you're staring at an objective, it'll show you where it is. Made it very easy to walk around. And of course, whenever you get lost, just open up your mini map. Mini map is what got me in trouble because I saw that big scary icon. I ran straight to it. That's when I realized it was one of those 12-player encounters that I walked in solo. We already talked about that. We don't need to rub salt in the wound. The next thing that I really liked were the quests. So many other games have you doing really dumb stuff like go find my lost cow and wander it back to its pasture. Quests that I did, I felt like, I don't know, like Indiana Jones exploring a new temple. I walked through this dark, mysterious tower, and there was an NPC by my side, and most of it was focused on exploring the tower itself with the NPC, and the dialogue that they had with it was actually pretty awesome, rather than fighting all the time. When I actually got to the end boss, it killed me multiple times, and I was standing there trying to figure out how can I get just a little bit stronger to kill this boss. Like, I think I'm fighting pretty well, but I still can't kill him. And that's when I realized my NPC ran in there and started fighting the boss, and the NPC was actually dealing significant damage to the boss. So once I figured that out, that the NPC could help me, I won easily. I cannot remember the the last time that I played a game like this where the NPC actually helped me kill a boss. So next time I'm gonna try a full pacifist run and just see if the NPC can solo him. Okay, so real quick, you gotta watch this. So I ran through the whole zone. I was just trying to get to the next watcher, and I pulled pretty much the entire thing. And yeah, so okay, I got one chip of health. I dodged that one. Trying to run, still at 1 health. Dodge the fireball. Somehow getting rooted. Run, run, run. Not today, Satan. Look how much health I have in the middle. Got him, boys. Count it for the good ones. I actually thought this guy up here, he was called Healer. I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's going to heal me to full, right? I talked to him, and he didn't heal me. That was the biggest letdown ever. Not today, Satan. We win anyway. All right, so anyway, here's some other things that I enjoyed about this. I really like the combat system. So most games have like one resource bar, and they have cooldowns that kind of limit you on your rotations. But Elder Scrolls Online has a different way of doing that. They have magicka and stamina. So magicka is the blue bar on the left, and my stamina is the bar on the right. They don't have any cooldowns, which gives you a lot more freedom in how you fight. So I can imagine in the end game you could make certain builds and certain rotations do a colossal amount of damage just based on maximizing these two mechanics and learning everything about them. To me, this felt a lot better than random mashing and probably would be a lot of fun to theorycraft for. Again, I also found that the way that they've outlined some of the UI for combat, how everything is in the dead center, it's actually way easier to read. A lot of people, when they have like the ability to customize their UIs in other games, they always do stuff like that, but this has it naturally built in as we're trying to finish up this quest, killing this last watcher. So let me tell you a few final notes about the game. There are other things you can do other than PvP and exploring. They have open world, PvE. They have open world PvP. They have battlegrounds. They also have an in-game card game. And they have tons of things for completionists to do, like, hunt achievements and get mounts and titles and cosmetics. So this is actually a pretty incredible game. I think it's one of the best MMOs out there. If you couldn't tell by my tone of voice, it's not because they sponsored me. I actually love Bethesda and a lot of the stuff that they've put out over the years. I played it a lot as a kid. I am certain that a lot of you watching this video probably feel the same way. So really like this game. Definitely have my eye on Starfield coming out later this year. There's a link in the description down below if you'd like to try Elder Scrolls Online, and remember to get your free copy from the Epic Game Store. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you in another one, and thanks, Bethesda, for giving me this opportunity. Appreciate it.